Yo, what's up, everybody?
What's up?
It's your boy Blitz.
And I'm your boy Bliggity Wario.
What? Bliggity Wario?
Bliggity I couldn't get the Mario.
I get it now. Yo, welcome everybody to another episode of GCE News.
Come on.
Which is Game Changers Entertainment News. Yo, and we come into this joke to give you guys the latest, the greatest, and the hottest game information for you guys to check out. Yo, this is stuff on our radar that we throwing out there. Should definitely be on your radar. So hopefully you guys check it out, like, share, subscribe, and just jump into it. You know.
So if it's on our radar, it should be on their radar. No, it can't be because we're putting it on their radar because it's on our radar first, and we give it to them so they get back to us so we can share with the whole world.
Okay. While we get ready to show these videos, I'm gonna make sure he gets his medicine and everything. But right now we're gonna jump into the first video. What's the first game we got, bro?
The first game we got number one is Bright Memory Infinite.
So if you guys remember, Bright Memory was a game that came out mobile on your tablet, right? Mm-hmm. And then the guy got enough traction that he actually got a PlayStation title, PS4 title, and it, you know, it had fair reviews, you know, it had some not so fair reviews, but the concept of what he was doing was really hot. So now Main Man done got some backing, and now we're looking at some next gen type stuff on it.
Come on here.
And it's coming out on the Xbox and Xbox X at first, but you guys check out the trailer, and once you see it, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that game.
Or if not, you'd be like, Dad, that's a dope game.
Yeah, it looks spectacular.
It looks good.
So let's kick in the video, man. Look at the video. All right, y'all, there it is.
Whoa.
So, yo, now.
Hold on, dude. That don't look real good.
It looked good.
But she came up behind. The guy came up with the
cleaver?
The cleaver's there. I'm like, woo!
Yeah, and then drop the cleaver down. Now, even when it was in the mobile status of it, the scene sometimes, you know, the storyline where things fall together, you know, seemed kind of, you know, still needed work and things of that nature. But the concept of what he was doing, man, was like really hot. So let's get some specs on it, man.
Come
so
on.
People know what's going on.
Hit it with the skibbity pap.
So Bright Memory is launching on the Xbox Series X and PC. It's exclusively in 2021. Now, it's exclusively in 2021 for the Xbox and the Xbox Series. But next year, PlayStation 5 and things like that, you should be getting hits from it, okay? So it might be a while for that. So there's, like I said, there will be a PS5 port. The game still doesn't have a target launch date for this year. They're still getting down to the specifics of it and everything like that. The initial launch date was in January 2019 when it hit PlayStation 4 and stuff. Right. But the PlayStation 5 and Xbox versions of it, we still don't have that target date. So it's, let me see, the developer is FYQD Studio. And the platforms, of course, is going to be on all major platforms.
That's right.
Once it hits everybody. But initially this year, it was just supposed to be the Xbox.
That's right.
Let me see, you got your publishers. It's going to be a first-person shooter, action adventure, and it is an indie game. So guy got traction for it, man, and it looks good.
It looks really good. I'm liking it. I can't wait. It's got like a Matrix, sci-fi, cyberpunk type of thing going on there.
It does.
Because you can do swords, guns. You have a big big Hercules fist.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I would really like it. I really like this to take off and get good, and these guys start to build the repertoire because it'd be a great Cinderella story.
And it looks like, I'm gonna tell you,
not Cinderella in the game, but Rags. How these guys start off at the indie game and then
it looks like, to me right now, as it looks like a AAA title.
It is. It's supposed to be a AAA title. It's so it's going to have some backing and look. I hope it looks good. I just hope everything falls into place to make it really playable. All right. So you guys check that out. And for number two, we got a game called Instinction. Not Instinction, E-N, but I-N, like Instinction, like Instinction. So this one, let's just hit them with the video, and then we're gonna blow them with some mind-blowing details.
Yeah, just do that. Just watch I can't even do no sounds for it because they'll give it away. Just watch the video.
Check it out. Yo. I mean, yo.
Dino Crisis is back. I get to play with dinosaurs. I get to kill some dinosaurs.
Yo, Instinction looks hot. So even if you didn't see straight up gameplay, but their game engine is what produced that trailer that you saw. So right off the bat, like he's saying, Dino Crisis. If you guys are familiar with Dino Crisis, yo, that's one of the.
And you gotta realize Dino Crisis had a girl lead.
Yeah.
This has a girl lead.
Yeah.
Woo!
So the thing about it is, if you guys remember Dino Crisis was done by the studio from Capcom, where people from Capcom had done it. That's why it looked like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Except it was dinosaurs and it had that creepy and over the shoulder kind of close camera feel to it, and it worked really well. Well, until you get to Dino Crisis 3, then it got kind of like, you know.
I think the problem with Dino Crisis is that they tried to take the Resident Evil feel. Don't get me wrong, it worked. But for Dino Crisis, it should have been a little bit faster. Dino Crisis 2, to me, is, I think, what Dino Crisis 1 should have been a little bit. You should have had a little bit more action because the monsters were not zombies. They were actually dinosaurs.
So it should have been
a little bit faster pace in some areas.
But the generation of computers when they was working with PlayStation 2?
I think it was on
PlayStation 2. So then
Dino Crisis 1 came on PlayStation 1.
And PlayStation 2
it was Dino Crisis
2 and 3 was on PlayStation 2 or something like that.
Yeah. I think Dino Crisis 3 was on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, okay. Well, we don't want to take any shine from Instinction, so we're going to give you some details about that.
Yes.
But it took our minds right back to Dino Crisis.
It did. When I looked at it, I said, my heart said, Dino Crisis.
Why it's like you about to do a Power Ranger jump? Dino Crisis. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Dino Crisis. Anyway, so we give you some information about it. So Instinction is a next-gen action horror game with extinct creatures. Extinct as in no longer in existence. So I don't know if my words are coming across the way I You can play alone. You can play alone in first person and third person.
That's right.
Why don't everybody do that?
I don't know. Because
why don't everybody have the Skyrim genius to create first person and third person?
Because normally when you do Skyrim, one of them look janky. And normally it's the third person that looks a little janky.
Well, this one is interchangeably. So like you see in the trailer where it showed the guy was coming down the hall.
I thought that was a girl with the helmet on.
I might have been a dude, a guy, with the person coming down the hall, zoomed into first person, and then they can play that way. It's not just a field of vision like when you zoom in to shoot. He can actually play in first person, so and you can jump back and forth. That's pretty tight. I love that right there. You can play by yourself, and you can team up with other members in a co-op and progress through the actual multi-objectives in an open world. So, so from the grassy plains of the forest to the depths of the lakes, complete objectives, uncover side quests, and embark on an unforgettable journey. So now there was a quote made by one of the reviewers from the studio that said it's a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis.
Booyah!
All right, so that one, we're looking for that one. We can say so much more about this one, but we got something at the end we want to talk about with you guys, so we want to jump into it. So this one is looking to drop September of 2022. That's a initial date. Hopefully they can get it together before that, but if not, I'd rather wait for a complete game than get it rushed out of there. The developer is Hashbane Limited.
Yeah.
So and it's going to be releasing for the PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One. And I think they're trying to get it ported over to the actual PlayStation, PS5, and everything. They're still working on it because the game is, more than a year out. So they're still hashing through that kind of stuff. And it's going to be an adventure shooting game, and it looks good.
I'm stoked about it. I've been waiting for another Dino Crisis-like game coming around. I like the way that she was above the dinosaur and the dinosaur couldn't see her. Mm-hmm. The field of view of his eyesight couldn't see her, so she was just paused there like, whoo.
Oh yeah. Now,
but if you think she'd have passed, just like pooed it a little bit, the dinosaur would have ate her.
I don't know. It would have been pretty bad if that was.
Sit over there.
No, she's like, she's like,
dang it,
no. With the,
that sounds just like Power Rangers.
The Power Ranger ringtone. I'm surprised everybody don't use that ringtone, by the way. But yeah, it looks good. And then trailer says something about you're there to protect them,
right?
Because she wasn't armed and she wasn't, trying to attack it.
Well, she did have a gun.
Wasn't that a different person in the hallway?
No,
that was the same.
I think it was her because it could have been a different person, but I know in the grassy plains, she was in the forest, she had a gun on her, but she was just sitting there looking. So I think there might be poachers coming in, or another corporation coming in there trying to kill the dinosaurs.
And like Dino Crisis,
because if she's there for protecting them, that means somebody's there to do some harm.
Yeah.
So they never showed. I mean, don't get me wrong, the dinosaurs will be the bad guys, but that's just dinosaurs.
Maybe they won't.
Hopefully I can ride one. Velociraptor like this. She
was shooting at a pterodactyl, but that could have just been like, free roam. Oh, that's pterodactyl. So I don't know. So last but not least, guys, number 3.
And number 3 is not a game, but we thought it was important. We have a brand new Nintendo Switch coming out. And we're going to be talking while we show you the video. Yeah. Because I think that's appropriate.
I think we should do that. And plus copyright infringements, we gotta cut the sound out anyway. So,
You're stupid.
So we're thinking ahead right there. So while we talk, you guys listen and still watch the video, pay attention because he's gonna be showing some footage for the actual Nintendo itself.
Right.
All right, ready? Let's jump into it.
All
right. So what we're talking about is the Nintendo Switch OLED. All right.
And it launches on October the 8th for $349. Breaking news, guys, we're going to get one in, and we're going to do an unboxing for this on
the first ever GCE unboxing.
Yes!
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. Now, this is the thing. It's only $50 more
than the Switch.
So that's not bad.
Yeah, now, mad props to Nintendo for doing that.
I'm going to tell you why.
They really could have got everybody for $400.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you why. Because there was a rumor of a Nintendo Switch Pro.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard we don't get no rumors. We don't have nobody inside. I think they couldn't balance the power with trying to make it handheld for a long time. Their whole thing is being able to play it for a long time, with a reasonable enough time with handheld, and then being able to, so if they up the power, give it more processing speed,
kill the battery.
It might kill the battery quicker. So I think they're having that problem. I say they're having. They might not be having that problem. They might have figured that thing out. But for it to be what they wanted to be, a handheld, I think they have to balance the power with the power draw from the all the new components of the Nintendo Pro. But I think them for because I think this is gonna sell good. OLED screen, beautiful blacks. Oh my god, vibrant colors.
Beautiful blacks, just like GCE. What?
Dude, read. Give me the skippity pass, man.
Get some skippities. All right, so it's a new model for the Nintendo Switch family. They're not taking the old one and revamping it and adding stuff. This is a completely new model. Right. All right, so it's an upgraded console. And they was trying to do the Switch Pro, but this is coming out instead, is what he was saying.
Right.
Let me see. It will feature a 7-inch OLED screen.
That's right.
A wider adjustable base, enhanced audio, and 64 gigabytes of internet storage, and a
eternal storage.
64 gigabytes of eternal storage.
That's right.
And a wired LAN port to dock.
Into the dock, yeah.
And you'll see in the video, it's a plate you can take off the back.
Because I think this one here, the new one, the old one, if I'm not mistaken, didn't have the internet port on the side.
It does not.
It does not. So they have the new one with the Ethernet port that's going to be built into this. So when you dock it, it'll be able to.
And you can play online.
That's right.
Now, we also seen in the video too that even though the guy was playing online, he had his friend on his phone.
Yeah.
So I think that's saying that it's going to be like cross-play is now for other game systems where you can play with each other, but you got to connect with your phone line.
I'm hoping.
Now, that could change. They have until October, which is, a couple of days. So we got the bullet points on it. You want to do all the bullet points on it?
Yeah, just give it to him.
All right. So, of course, he talked about the 7-inch screen. So the 7-inch screen is larger and more advanced than the regular 6.2 of the Switch and the 5.5 of the LCD screens of the Switch Lite. Mm-hmm. So we've got a bigger screen, and the OLED Switch model does have the wider adjustable base. You see, there's multiple. It's a wider base, give you more support, and it has multiple settings you can do for it. Of course, we talked about the built-in Ethernet cable for it. It's going to be 64 bits as opposed to the regular 64 gigabytes as opposed to the regular 32 gigabytes.
Right, because that's going to be on storage. Now, I'm hoping, they didn't say nothing about it, but I'm hoping because the Switch, the current Switch, you can upgrade. You have for a little SD card that you can put more memory. So I'm hoping they keep that. I'm hoping they keep that. They didn't say it.
Up even more.
Yeah, so not only 64, but the extra, you could put like a 256 storage in that, and it'll up it.
That'll be tight, because one of the features of the Switch is the downloadable content in games you can do. Instead of buying the cartridges, you can just download your games. So a lot of people wasn't doing that because it took up so much space. All right, so let's see. So the OLED version of it has the exact same processor, RAM, and general specs as a previous system. So you're not getting no big burst in speed, and you're getting
a better screen.
Yeah.
Most likely you're getting a bigger battery because it's a bigger space.
Mm-hmm.
So but OLED's supposed to use less power because most of the phones now have OLED screens.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think they did with OLED. I think it's going to draw less power than the LCD. Also, they talked about enhanced audio quality.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for that. Your games to sound vibrant. You maybe more spatial, as much spatial awareness you can get on the handheld.
Yeah. Since you talk about OLED, why don't you explain to everybody how the OLED screen is a little bit like what's different between that and the LCD?
I don't know.
Oh, I wanted you to shine. I was trying to put you up there so you can shine.
To be honest with you, I think the thing is with the OLED, one of the things I did read long ago is that the blacks doesn't need power to like on an LCD, everything on here has to have a light source. In the OLED, if I'm not mistaken, the blacks don't need it.
Okay.
So
the blacks are self-powered.
because they're so, I don't know, they're self-powered, but they don't need the blacks. It don't need to be lit up. So so I think the thing, because the blacks don't need to be lit up, they're blacker or something like that. I don't know.
They can concentrate more of the processing to the other colors.
Right. If I'm not mistaken, I might be
colors
more
clearer or brighter.
I mean, OLED is supposed to be better for outside too, because the nits of it can be pushed all the way up. It could be a brighter screen.
Okay.
So I mean, Samsung, and right now Samsung is probably the leader of the OLED technology. Then the second place would be LG. They're the two right now that's mostly making most of the panels for TVs and for phones.
Okay.
Even Apple has been using Samsung for their LED screens, the OLED screens.
The OLED.
For so they're buying it, and then they tweak it the way they want to do it.
Yeah, to do it the way.
So I'm thinking with the big, if it has a bigger battery, didn't say it. I'm hoping if it has a bigger battery, that means hopefully it'll be able to last a little longer because of the fact of the OLED screen, because it doesn't need a lot of juice to work. I don't know the technology. I know
that probably would help the battery.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. So that's something you can put together.
Now, mate, don't take my word. I want y'all to be like, he's a lion. This is what it means. If any of y'all know what OLED does, put it down in the comments and let us know.
Yeah, we're not tech heads. So he's a tech head more than me. But so one of the last two facts I want to give you about it is there's two color schemes you're gonna have. You're gonna have a white color scheme, and you're going to have the standard black and the black color scheme with the red paddles out to the side. Right. But there is a white one that's going to go out to both the Joy-Cons, so which you've probably seen in the video too. Right. And were those games they were playing backwards compatible?
I mean,
they was playing because I seen the games.
You gotta realize that it's gonna still take all the same games. They said nothing changed about it. Yeah. So all the same games that you have now will be able to play on the Switch, the Switch Lite, and the Switch OLED.
Which is good. So if you already got your games, you're just gonna be buying a new unit, download it to the new unit, or pop your cartridges in there.
Because you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give my old unit to First Lady Tech, and I'm gonna keep the new unit.
Okay.
So
cool.
Because she's been asking, what's I gonna play? What she play? She play
Mortal Kombat.
No, that too. She likes that, but the other game is the little people where they go, not Stardew Valley.
Animal Crossings.
Animal Crossing.
That's a hot game.
I
personally haven't got into it.
My wife loves that thing, man.
Well, look, try to find one during Christmas time, and I'll tell you if that game is hot. Yeah. Impossible. But yo, that's it for us, guys. Hopefully you guys took that information and you can use it. Pop some stuff on your radar. If we get any more information about the Nintendo, we will throw something else out there on our GCE news segments. And then we're going to try to start dropping our segments on Wednesday now.
Right. It might still happen once in a while on Thursdays, but we're trying to drop them on Wednesday now because we're really ahead of the curve. Thank you guys for allowing us to tweak some things and
checking us out. Yeah, we're trying to get down to 3 videos a week,
3 videos a week, and we do want to thank our current and new subscribers for rocking with us. I know y'all been patient, y'all been with us, so I want to thank our current and new subscribers.
Yes.
Do us a favor, give us the HBO special. Let them know what the HBO special is, bro.
Help a brother out.
I thought you were about to say something else.
No, I wasn't. I was just going to help
I thought you were about to say,
I'm behaving.
Help happy boy Oasis.
No, I'm trying to be an adult and a professional. But since you said it, hot-blooded Orientals.
But help a brother out. Please give us a thumbs up. Share the content with other people. And please subscribe. We're getting people viewing it, but please do us a favor. Hopefully we earn you to hit that little subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get all of our content you hear. It'll be like, ding, ding.
It will. And they'll be like, it's going to go, ding, ding, GCE. We loaded that into the system to go, ding, ding, GCE. So listen for that.
So this is your boy Blur.
This is your boy Blitz.
And we will GCE you later.
Later.
Peace.
All right, everybody.